go over Bonk. So, as you can see, we are down 3.3% in the last 24 hours, 12.8% in the last 7 days, 41% in the last 30 days. If you look at it from this perspective, Bonk is on a 41% discount just looking at the last 30 days. So that is how I like to look at things. But yeah, it's looking like we are almost done pulling back, but that's what we're here to talk about today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So, market cap 1.6 billion, trading volume 166 million. Bonk did exactly what we expected. It pulled back to this Fibonacci support all the way back down here at 4Z 2100. So, at that 2100 level, we had a Bonk pull all the way back. So that's pretty interesting. I made my video, my previous Bonk video was on the 19th. And I was like, hey, we're still not here yet on that support level here. But yeah, as you can see here, we are on that support still. And there's a possibility we can pull back a little bit further if Bitcoin continues to pull back. So that's what people have to remember here when dealing with Bonk. Everything is going to follow Bitcoin. So we have to pay attention to what Bitcoin is doing. We do not want Bitcoin to pull back any further. Bitcoin is at this 112K support level. Now, if Bitcoin breaks this, then it's going to go down to 105K. That is the next major support. There are some minor support levels. We have some at 111K, 108K, 105K, and then 104K is that major one. So we do not want to get to 104, 105K. But if we pull back, at least we have these other support levels we can stop at on the way down with Bitcoin if we pull back. Now we are about to have the Fed meeting. It's called like the Jackson Hole meeting. I don't know why they call it that, but we have a meeting today with the Fed. It's going to be at 10 for people in Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be at 10 a.m. For other people, it's going to be at other times. For me, it's going to be at still trying to learn the timing and stuff, 9 p.m. So yeah, it's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be pretty nice because we might see a big drop and it might be an even bigger discount for cryptos. But even if it goes up, it's still a good thing because now we're continuing the bull market. So if it goes down, it's good because now you can buy at a discount. If it continues to go up, it's good because now you're benefiting off of the continuation of the bull run. So this is like a win-win. Like this is a good meeting right now. Like traders are happy about this meeting because now it pushes momentum back into the market. Whether it's downward momentum or upward momentum, you can make money on either way. So this is a pretty good thing for the market for people who are traders. For people that just are trying to swing trade, it depends what way you're trying to swing. So, anyways, we're on the 4 hour chart here on Bonk. Now, with the 4 hour chart, you can see we are still here towards the bottom. This is the percent R trend reduction, or the percent R trend exhaustion. And the trend is not exactly exhausted yet, but it's still on that downward trend momentum. And if you look at the MACD is also at a point where it's like it's still on the sold area, but not necessarily oversold for Bonk. So it's definitely still looking a little bit like Bonk has a little bit more room to go. But this is such a strong support level for Bonk. If we break it, we're going down to 1800. So 4Z 1800 would be that next level for Bonk for us. So you could have a nice discount there. Let's see what the discounted price would be. So if we pull back to 1800, you're looking at a 15% drop inside of Bonk on top of the 40% we're already down by. So that's pretty big. And if we look from the recent high here from Bonk, this is the one that we want to look at. We don't want to look all the way back here because that's January. But we want to look at what happened most recently here inside of Bonk. So you can take all the way from up here from the peak of July, and then we can come all the way down to where we are now. That is about a 47%, 48% drop. And then if we go all the way down to this support at 1800, now we're looking at a 55% drop. So that's pretty big. And this is definitely a good opportunity to buy Bonk at a cheaper price. And then the nice thing about it is on the way back up, you're going to go up by even more when it hits that price. So on the way back up, when it hits that Fibonacci retracement, you're looking at 130% as opposed to it going down from that level and you're losing 55%. So that is a huge discount. Like imagine just going from this level down here on Bonk 4Z 1800 all the way up to this level 4Z 4100. You're looking at 130% gains. And even more so, if we look at what we will be doing if we go to where we were back in January of this year, because back in January of this year, we were still we were up a lot actually. So if we go down to this 1800 support that we're talking about, which is a little bit below where we are now, we're at the 2140 support here. Then if we go down to the 18 and then we hit our previous all-time high here with Bonk, that's 243% just at that previous all-time high. So check out the price prediction I did for Bonk. We talked about that. Just check it out. It was a pretty good price prediction. Some people might not agree with what I say, but I still stand on it. But hey, hypothetically speaking, if Bonk gets all the way up to like it's all the way up here to this top Fibonacci, like that would be insane, absolutely insane. We're looking at huge gains if Bonk does all that. If we come back here and put it all the way at the 1800, like if we pull back to 1800, we're looking at 11, let's just say 1200 inside of gains is almost at 1200. Let's put it up a little bit more. But yeah, 1200 in gains if we get all the way up to 3Z 2300. So 3 zeros after the decimal place, 2300. So 23.7 really. So let's hypothetically let's do a hypothetical here. Let's say you had $1,000, right? And then you got in at the 1800 level I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all the way down here, the level I'm talking about, we can get the exact number here with Bonk. So you can make a lot of money on these pullbacks, especially when we have our next pump inside the market. So 1800 is what we're looking at. So bringing it all the way back, $1,000 divided by 1.8, that would give you 55.55 million Bonk, right? And then let's say that you wanted to get out all the way up here at the top at this level at about 0.00021892. That would be the 1200 area times 0.12321,892. That would be $12,000. Imagine putting $10,000 in there. That would be $121,000. If it was 10,000, it would be 121,000. With 1,000, that's 12,000. Now let's also see where the market cap would be, and just check out my my price prediction video. Like I think the price prediction video is going to open a lot of people's eyes to the possibility of Bonk. I'll put the link in the description, and I'll also put the link on the first comment of the video and also the top right of the screen. I'm going to have that video everywhere because I think people really need to watch that video. But anyways, you can just take your circulating supply and multiply it by your target price. 1, 2, 3, 21,892. That puts Bonk at a $16.9 billion market cap. Bonk is one of the largest cryptos out there. It's literally one of the largest. My price prediction, I actually believe that it could probably go higher than this. But Bonk is one of the largest ones. And look, when I make my price predictions and I put them on YouTube, I do it in the most realistic way as possible. So I'm like, hey, I believe it can get to this price, but it could probably exceed that price. But it's more than likely going to at the very least, get to this price. But it's probably going to end up exceeding that price. Now, 1.6 billion inside of market cap. Bonk is one of the largest coins on Solana. It's one of the largest meme coins on Solana as well. So you have to think about that when you're looking at this. Like, this could probably go up to 16 billion, 20 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion. Like this is literally a beast of a project. Bonk is a beast. So right now we can look at this 16.9, let's just say 17 billion of market cap is a possibility. We're looking at 1200% there. $1,000 going into 12,000. So definitely pay attention to what's going on when you see these pullbacks in the market. Don't miss the opportunity to jump in on these pullbacks. We have a really nice pullback right now. and that's only 55% so far. But if we pull back a little more, like I was saying earlier, it will look a lot nicer than what it is now. So currently, right now, we're at like what 46, but if it pulls back more, we'll have that 55% pullback. Either way, buying at 8Z20 or 4Z20 100 is just as good as buying at 1800. So I would definitely say watch out for the prices right now. If we go back up to that previous level, that's a 91% gain right there. If we go up to where we were, like I was saying before, back in June, we're still looking at 180%, even if we don't pull back to 1800. And then if we take it even further down, and then we actually do pull back to 1800, now we're looking at a 240% gain, getting all the way up here to 0.00006. So 240% going all the way up to 4Z6. There's a lot of potential here with Bonk, and you can make a good amount of money here. Just don't sleep on these pullbacks. Don't be the type of person that only buys when everything's pumping. Be the type of person that buys on these pullbacks. If we pull back a little bit harder, you'll have even better chance at buying it cheap. But even right now, it's still pretty cheap. So make sure you pay attention to that. But yeah, Bitcoin, like I said, is possibility that's going to pull back to 104,000. So watch out for that. 105, 104,000. Hopefully it stops halfway in this Fibonacci at 108,000. We do have a minor support area at 108,000. We actually ended up stopping back there and getting rejected at that resistance way back here in January, the end of December and beginning of January. We ended up seeing that same level, 108,000. So there is a possibility we stop halfway at 108,000 in Bitcoin instead of going all the way down to 104,000. But definitely pay attention to what's going on. You do not want to get burned in this market. We're a little bit over bought here on with Bitcoin, so I think that we could be having a pullback a little bit. Let's not undersell this. Like we are very much overbought on Bitcoin. Let's say that. Let's not do that. We are overbought on Bitcoin. Okay. If you look at the MACD on the weekly chart, this is the weekly chart, by the way. Looking at the MACD on the weekly chart, we are overbought. It looks like it does want to turn back to the downward momentum here on Bitcoin. And if you also look at the percent R trend exhaustion, the trend is exhausted on the upside. We are overbought on that as well, and it looks like it wants to pull back. So I'm expecting that pullback to 104K, at the very lowest 99K. If it goes below 99K, I'm crossing my hands on this bull market. It's done, but I don't think it's going to do all that. Anyways, this is all I got for y'all today. Pay attention to those Bitcoin prices. Bonk is going to definitely follow it in a way. But yeah, hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. Before I end this video, I just wanted to also show this. We're at 975,000 holders. 2 weeks ago, we had 974,000 holders, approximately 1,000 holders. Really, it was about 900 holders in the last 2 weeks. So shout out to the Bonk Army. Bonk is growing. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. You gotta say it again. Leave a comment in the comment section. All that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.